welcome back to our part 2 of today's episode, where our adventurers have been spending the day, or the evening rather, discussing the setting up a camp, making sure that everybody at the edge of the water was protected, and now we are making our way towards Bellevue.
Making our way downtown.
Yes, walking fast.
Homebound.
You're not homebound. You don't even live in that area.
Bellevue bound.
And I need to.
Nice. Love it.
Bellevue bound.
Sorry. And our adventurers find themselves companion with five magic users. No, not this time. And they are headed down towards Bellevue. You guys have about maybe another 600 feet before you get there. As you can kind of see, the roll perception checks for me. You guys crest over this hill.
Let's go, baby.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
10.
You guys are paying attention.
24.
Oh, no, I'm the only one that doesn't know what's going on.
You're looking at the box with the cake in it.
You're doing our traveling music.
Yeah, you're DJ.
So as you guys crest that hill, you guys can see the vast walls kind of blocking the city from the outside world. And you notice those of you who are familiar with Bellevue, you know that it is a very large city, so large that they have to kind of have an influx of people who are allowed to go into the city. So there is a very large kind of tent city out front of Bellevue that kind of stretches out about 100 feet from the gates.
Where people are trying to get into Bellevue?
Sure.
This is a fantasy world.
Normally.
Knocking down the door in Bellevue.
Bellevue and Ocalia is a
We are gonna get barred.
industrial.
So
I don't know why you guys are doing this to Bellevue.
It's because I just moved down here, so anything you describe, I'm like, David's so creative. And then they're just like, yeah. And I'm like, oh no, this is another.
Dang it.
Because I've worked
Bellevue
in
is not
Bellevue.
bad.
I've been to shotgun weddings in Bellevue.
Sure.
Yeah, it was
I
really
have
bad.
a question.
Yes.
So it's likely that Ben wouldn't know spots by name. 'Cause
Sure.
It probably wasn't important.
Absolutely.
But is it likely that she's been here before and might recognize it by sight?
100%.
Okay.
I imagine that you come from one of the, your original hometown is one of the islands that kind of surround me. And it's an island from those who have never left and gone there.
Yes.
But when you get there, they are vast continents
Gotcha.
to the right and to the left, and one below Ocalia. Directly above the mountaintop, nobody really knows. The world may fall off then. You don't have a lot of information about what's north of Ocalia.
Somewhere I might have been sent, on a mission.
Yeah, I believe so. Going
True
in to get
hometown.
supplies, maybe on your very first mission as a 7-year-old,
Yeah.
they had you protecting some dignitaries. I don't know. You're crazy people.
You crazy kids. That makes more sense.
yeah.
You're 16. What are you talking about? I
Absolutely.
was 7 killing
Absolutely.
people.
Program.
Sleep.
Yeah. 100%. Yep. So you've definitely been. Bellevue is an area you've helped to deliver supplies to.
Okay.
You've maybe not ventured past the port itself and gone into and investigated into the city. As you are, in my mind, your people are very structured. We deliver supplies safely. We gather our money or our equipment and we go back home because there's more stuff that you got to do because y'all are so regimented and this needs to be done. So you've definitely been here before.
Okay.
For anybody else who has been to Bellevue, and so you may not know much about the tent city on the other side of the walls, but there is, so the way that it would typically work is, as you were somebody who's traveling to potentially move to Bellevue, you would gain one of these outside area tents that has recently been exfilled and loaded into the city, and you guys know that going into the city of Bellevue, once you pass that tent city and you get through these big blue gates, there are rows of homes that litter all the way across Bellevue. The further towards the port you go, the more fancy and well built the homes are. As you can kind of tell that the city was formed as this kind of port, And then homes were built, and then more homes were built, and then more homes were built, and more homes until a wall was put up.
How big is the wall? What is it made out of?
It's made out of stone. It's probably 60 feet in the air. Has like little guard towers up at the top. And not built well for like conquest, but built well for stopping people from entering that you don't want to enter. But if you had a war out front, you probably would not last very long, as they're not set up for that kind of infrastructure here. So as you guys peer down, those of you who have the imagery of the tent city set up and people moving around and figuring out what they're going to be doing with their lives as they're getting to this industrial city, you guys see nothing but destruction. All the tents are knocked down. Fires are burning. Not a single living soul outside of this city you can see with your eyes.
Does it look like we couldn't get in the city if we wanted to?
The doors to the city are unguarded and open. Bashed down, burnt, hanging off of its side. And for those of you with keen eyesight, you're able to see carnage. Arrows, sword slashes.
I lived here for a while. This ain't normal.
I didn't figure this was supposed to be like this. This strikes me as not good.
I would assume not,
like-
but let's keep our wits about us,
Yeah.
because it might not be over.
I feel like Ben was kind of like perched up, like ready to see, and then like it kind of comes in and like kind of takes a deep breath, like not phased, but just like, oh, I remember Bellevue now.
From this distance, can we get an impression of like if this was one big something that did this, or like a lot of somethings? Was this like an army or a large creature that did this? Can we tell that?
From this amount of distance away, no. You do see arrows kind of skittered about the
Multiple
battlefield,
arrows, though?
multiple
Okay.
arrows in multiple directions.
Okay,
You don't see any kind of large footprints or anything like that.
got it.
Excuse me, sorry.
There is no one alive,
As far as you can see, there's nobody alive.
as far as Tent City goes, but not inside the...
Correct. You cannot see into the city from where you are now.
So whatever did this, we don't see any movement, like the troops aren't still there or anything like
The
that?
troops are not still there, as wisps of wind kind of hit the meadow that you guys are in front of.
Mhm.
You can see these white kind of clothy material kind of waving, and it appears to be movement as you guys either go for your swords or arm your crossbow, but it just appears to be white fabric of some sort.
Can we hear anything? Can we hear anybody screaming or hearing?
Roll a perception check for me.
15.
15. You cannot hear anything. Just dead silence coming from the city.
Tell you what.
Listen, you smell something?
Perception check?
You guys maybe should stay out here.
That's like
I'll take a look inside. I know a better way to get in than the front door. If you know what I mean.
Lead the way.
Would you like for
What
me or
does
my
he
brother to go with you? One of the wizards looks down.
No, I don't think I want you near me at all.
Okay.
Oh, whoa now.
Also, I kind of forgot you were here.
Understood.
Well,
Cool.
I don't want you to have to go alone.
No, I think we should go as a group. So if you're going somewhere, lead the way.
I mean, if he wants to go scout things out.
I wish you guys weren't
Just
so
don't get-
clanky, if you know what I mean.
Clanky?
He raised a point there.
As,
You're
Is there-
as
a little
Nicholas
clunky.
Oscar raises his arm, and you hear clink, 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 clink.
So, do you know a way that like we could send one of the squirrel boys in, like a secret back way that they could go like check some stuff out for us, maybe?
I mean, I know at least 4 different ways into the city.
Is there any that's close
Okay.
to the front door?
Well, there's 2. You won't like the first one.
I don't feel like
What
it's
I'm
very
saying-
hard to get in there right now, to
What
be
I'm saying
100%
is,
honest.
I can go through the front door.
Okay.
And if you have some kind of flank that can stay close to us, maybe we can do that. Because I am well aware I'm not sneaky.
Sure. I guess we could do something like that. Hey, Flutters.
I think it's talking.
Yeah.
How quiet you be?
Relatively spry on my feet, as they say.
What's your dex looking like these days?
Quantify it on a scale from 1 to 20.
If you were to quantify that on a scale of 1 to 20, why don't you go ahead and scout this one out first, buddy?
All right.
We'll hold this.
Cool.
I'll go take a look.
I'm gonna roll your stealth check.
Mine?
Yes, as it's gonna be their perception to see or
perception you
pay
said they're
anyone's who might be
Anything?
watching.
So it's actually
Or might.
it's their passive perception
on.
versus mine.
There's no need, since you know the area.
Mhm.
It's just about whether they were watching the
Oh,
area.
okay.
You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
you could be as stealthy as you want. If you can't go greater invisibility, there's a chance they're going to be able to see you.
Okay. If you want my bonus, it's +9.
Yeah. Oh, sure. But super familiar. You're ghost. Whether you rolled the stealth well or not, you're ghost. You're
Okay.
traveling by yourself. You know this area of Bellevue. You're from here. You've lived in this area. I have no doubt in my mind you would find the stealthiest route to get there. It's just, are they smart enough to see it? So talk to me about your entrance. You taking the sewer? You taking the side path?
No, I know that there's a gate, like
Mhm.
a grate that's not very
Sure.
locked.
Yeah.
It's almost like someone had unscrewed
Yeah.
the latches. Yeah, almost somebody. And I sneak in there and get inside the walls and follow a secret passageway.
Cool.
It leads.
And so as you, the grate on the other side of the wall, similar kind of unhinge. The roll perception check for me as you, and a legit stealth check as you're opening this grate.
All right. You want the stealth check first or the perception?
Let's get your perception check first, and then your stealth.
All right, 14.
Great.
I hate math. 23. Yes.
Excellent. I mean, you are probably the person who unscrewed this yourself, as you know that they're not on a hinge of any kind, and there's a lift that you need to do to push it out a little bit, and then you kind of sit it over to the side. And as you stick your head out very stealthily, you don't see anybody. You see a row of homes, a shambles of homes. Not that they've been attacked or damaged, but this is the further you get away or closer to the wall, the more ramshackle the kind of homes are. So you see out in front of you, a hall of sorts. Homes to your right and wall to your left, and as you turn this way, same kind of thing. Homes to your right and kind of things to your left. You don't see anybody, and you don't hear anything.
Are there any corpses anywhere?
There are no corpses anywhere.
Oh, that's weird. Do I see where the open gate is?
Yes. You can see about 50, 60 yards to your left. There is a blue door kind of hanging on its side.
All right, I kind of go over there, and then I peek out to see all my companions.
Yeah. Cool. And if you turned, as you're peering left at your compatriots, if you peered right, you'd see a straight path of cobblestone that leads all the way down to the city into the major market square. It's just a circle, but the major market square. You guys see his signal? Do you guys approach?
Yeah.
Yep. Straight down the middle, just walking along. Yeah. Fantastic. You guys get there. You guys get to the blue doors, and you can see the path, that kind of the cobblestone that leads down to a market square. Roll perception checks for me as you guys all enter into the city.
There we go. There's a bad roll.
16.
13.
16, 13,
Five.
21.
21. Excellent. You can see something
thing's
else
going to
that's
jail.
strange down at the city square. You notice like a barricade preventing anyone from going further down towards the port half of the city. And you can kind of see as the giant circle squares there, you can see other barricades blocking the roadways. As you know, there's a giant circle market, and the homes kind of split the market. in rows, and you could potentially, there's like all roads lead to the market kind of thing, and the latter half of the rows are all blocked off. Yeah.
What does it smell like?
Awesome.
Like burning or
So as you guys were approaching, there was a very strange smell approaching. You notice that those cloth fabrics that you saw kind of with like waving in the wind, those are, some of them are caught on fire from some of the embers, and it looks and appears to be large snake skin.
Ooh, it's a snake.
But that's really the only smell. Burning stuff is kind of the only smells that you smell.
Can I do? You said there was no bodies anywhere.
Correct. Not out on the street. If you go into a home, maybe there's a different story there. But at the moment, no bodies in the.
Can I do an investigation check to see if like there's any kind of struggle or anything? Like maybe there's some blood on the ground.
Yeah, sure. With no roll necessary, man. You don't see a single drop of blood in the first row of homes. Nothing at all.
Snake
you do
tracks?
See snake tracks. Absolutely. I mean, you could clear as day in the ground. You can see these kind of dirt trails that lead kind of that way and down and that way and down the center, and you can see the pitter patter of like feet prints, all heading down towards that center square.
You said the back half is all barricaded.
The back half of the row you're on, not barricaded. You could
But you
go
said
all
it,
the way
like, in the
down.
marketplace.
Down in the marketplace. Correct.
So the back half of the marketplace is
All
barricaded.
barricaded. Correct.
Could I infer then that they've gathered everybody in an area for a sacrifice of some sort?
One more time.
Can I infer
Ah.
that they're gathering people for some sort of sacrifice in the center of town?
You could.
Do I need to roll?
Infer what you want.
Yeah, but that is something that is a conclusion you can draw. I cannot tell you if that conclusion is right or wrong.
I got a bad feeling about this one.
You you think it's because we're in a destroyed town and there's snake bites and no bodies around? Is that what's doing that for you?
Something like that. The skin everywhere. The fact that none of the rats are about.
He might be onto something for a drunk
Speaking, need a drink.
who smells bad.
All of a sudden, you guys hear the sound of like a can or bottle kind of clink, 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 clink.
From ahead or
From ahead to the left-hand side. So as you pass the first row of homes, there's another row, and you can kind of see a figure kind of go across. If you'd like to roll perception checks as you hear the sound.
Can I paranoid shoot at it?
Sure. You can absolutely do that.
Actually, 20.
Please roll an attack at disadvantage.
A disadvantage?
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Because it's moving.
I could use. I rolled a 17 and a 19.
Ooh, Jesus Christ. Roll
is that
damage.
like his nervous tick?
Oh, God. Roll damage. Oh, God.
Do I surprise it?
God.
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, God.
9.
Oh, God. Sneak attack.
That was with sneak attack. Total of 9.
It's like 68 against the bad guy, and you do 9 against the little girl.
Oh my God.
As your crossbow releases, and you guys, I suppose you would rush up to this thing as you saw a small body flop to the ground, and you hear, ah!
What did you
Immediately on
do?
hands.
Oh, fantastic!
Immediately on hands.
As you rush over and you touch the body of this slowly passing away child, you see a little girl, kind of dirt on her face, hair pulled up, rags kind of for clothing, and you caught the arrow right in her midsection. And as your lay on hands happen, you can see the skin starting to tighten around the
Well, I wanna
bolt.
pull the arrow.
Oh shit! Okay, cool. Yeah.
We're gonna heal her. So
For sure, but roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
For the damage.
6. Perfect. We're just gonna yank it straight out
Can
of
an
her.
inspiration
yank
go
it out.
for it's just a d20 roll?
No, you could absolutely have them re-roll or have him re-roll that damage. 'Cause little girls don't have a lot of health, guys. And
I'm
when you
surprised she
double
didn't straight up
When you
die.
double, yeah, she's almost.
Commoners have like 4
I
HP.
think that I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
This is
Re-roll that
technically
D6
still
for
over?
me.
Can only it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
who
that
it's
that
used
yeah that
on?
goes away. Yeah, no, it does
Okay.
not matter. Thank you so
Luca
much.
would. He would want to see a good little.
I
guy.
agree. A 6 again.
Are you
Yeah.
serious right
Yep.
now?
As the bolt pulls out, you see her eyes open, and the you're gonna have to dump all of your healing.
That's fine.
Okay, understood. As blood coughs up, oh, you guys have to leave, or go see my father.
Why are you laughing?
Yeah.
She's dying.
I mean, this is a lot of damage for a tiny one.
Who's your father? What happened?
My father has a band of fighters near the town square, and he's done everything he could to fight them off. They probably need your help.
Okay.
First, you need our help, so.
Just go into the light.
How much
Yeah, sure. You're
healing?
patching it up. The
It doesn't
dumping
get
as
better.
as you lay your hands on, and you just gave a little bit, you could tell that she's continuing to need more. But the damage inside, you can't just heal that damage. So she's still hurting pretty bad. But you can tell that the worst is over at this point in time. But she's not going to be getting up and running around with you guys anytime soon.
How much does your lay on hands worth? Okay, mine's only worth 5.
He's level 2.
Did we not level up with that long rest?
Totes should have leveled up. We didn't have time, so we'll level up when we get back. But there was no time. We didn't want to waste today's session. Sorry, guys.
She's fine if she's stable. Then
But you will definitely be going to level 2?
Definitely preemptively level up.
Understood. I totally understand that. If you guys have your characters preemptively leveled, feel free to do that. But if not, I do apologize for the sake of the game. So she begins to describe to you guys as you kind of have this conversation, if you're interested in having this conversation now.
Yes, of course.
She describes to you guys
We're talking
the
afterwards.
the snake men
it was a
appearing
snake, I would've
outside
gotten
the
it.
village,
Mhm.
and beginning to rain arrows on the crowd as everybody ran through the doors. The doors were actually broken down by civilians trying to get inside, and she regales the town kind of moving down and down towards the ports, hoping to get to the boats. She says that her father told her to stay in the house and protect herself and to stay hidden, and he would be gathering the fighters in town and heading towards the square, as that's like the most centralized area, but probably easy to defend. And she believes that her dad is there now, and when she saw you guys at the door, she thought about kind of following you to see if you were good or bad, and then you shot her. And then we've had this conversation. You've healed her, so she, believes you guys are good.
Kids, man.
I'm gonna take your crossbow. You shoot another child.
Another. That's the what? No.
Well, this is the first one.
You get one more try.
Everybody gets one, right? He made a mistake.
Everybody gets one.
This time it happens to be bad, but everybody gets one. And I paid money. Fuck up. And now.
Can you guys
Just
can you
point
guys
to Sally,
help me
Dad.
get to my dad?
I think
Absolutely.
that
Please?
if your dad
Really
is
should.
in
Is
the
he
fight, then we need to get you somewhere safe.
I believe safe is with my dad. I don't want to be alone anymore.
We don't want you to be alone. You're not going to be. We just want you to be away from danger.
Yeah, there's people out here shooting kids.
Can we
Can't think.
She wasn't good at staying put.
Can we
so,
persuade
she
this
doesn't
kid to
follow
stay
instructions.
into
We gotta
stay in the whatever house is closest?
You could attempt to persuade her. It would be a disadvantage if she really wants to get to her dad.
And
But
also,
you could.
her
I
dad
believe
told
that
her
you
to
could.
do that already once. She just told us that her dad told her to stay put and hidden. And what did she do?
She got
came
shot.
out to
What
I
investigate
started
happened?
loading
and got
another
shot.
bolt.
Because she came out of hiding.
Yeah, which is why she should stay hidden. Because a fight is fixing to happen.
She ain't listening. She a child.
That's why I'm trying to persuade her.
Yep, so you could. You'd be at disadvantage,
She's candy.
as she really wants to go.
17 and 18, baby.
All right.
Look at you.
This kid has the worst luck.
She really does. We're
Well,
gonna see if she has any resolve
Nat
or if she
20.
listens.
I hear 2 die.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
she's
she-
at advantage. A 2 and a 7. Okay, I'll hide. I'll do my best.
I promise that once we find your dad, I'll tell him where you are at.
Okay, sir.
I don't want to leave her alone.
She
Should
runs
we leave
over
one
and
of the
she
squirrel
grabs
boys
onto
with
your
her?
leg.
I'm going to be staying. We can't leave her alone. I'm gonna kind of like crouch down and like bring her in the wings.
Oh,
and
she's
kinda, like,
in it. She
scoop
is
her
Out
up,
of
like,
out of
stand up,
character.
like,
This is such
she
a good role,
curve
and
under,
we're
like,
wasting
a
it.
She
chair.
begins to cry, actually.
Oh gosh.
If you want to
I'm
hide,
a mother. I can't.
if you want to hide the child somewhere safe, there's a rat hole down that alleyway.
Please, somebody say something else.
If you want to take the girl, fine. I don't think it's a good idea.
We can't
All
leave
right.
her alone.
How far away are we talking about where her dad might?
About 100 feet down into the center of city, you can see this town square, and that's where she's saying her dad is.
All right.
So maybe like 6 rows of homes.
Mm.
Maybe we like send the squirrel to check out if we can get her there. Okay.
Mm. That's a good
Heck
idea.
yeah, that's a good idea.
We could send the squirrel to scout ahead to see if it's
Huh?
because there's no reason that she can't go to her dad if
They
it's
ain't
safe.
your squirrels.
I'm just saying. You know, maybe we got.
It's Loper.
Or okay.
Here with you.
All right. You know what?
Loper's with
Y'all raise a good point. You raise a good point. I like the squirrels too. Let's send the drunk.
Can we?
I'll go down there. I have no problem walking straight into fights.
I
I
don't.
like that a little bit better. TBH.
What you thinking, E?
That's slang where I'm from.
I don't think that you should go and scout. I think maybe I don't know. I mean, we could send a squirrel. We could.
If we want to send a squirrel, all I'm
we
saying
could
is
send a squirrel. We could actually. So squirrels are light, right? They're fox squirrels. They're not that heavy.
Very light.
And we're how? Oh, it's 100 feet though, huh? Hmm.
They
Are we
could go
gonna-
up on the roof and not even be. They
Yeah.
could be.
20 feet. This
I
will
mean,
literally take them 45 seconds
well,
to get
and
there, and maybe another
If
45
there's a
seconds to
fight,
get back.
Nobody's gonna stop and be like, "Hey,
There's a squirrel. Oh
screw
God!
that squirrel
Get
over
the
Yeah.
there."
Yeah. I don't
Hold
know.
up,
There's no one
hold
else.
up.
No one else with a crossbow, right? Okay.
Everybody stop. Pause.
We can.
Time out.
But will the squirrels be able to see anything if they're all barricaded? Can they? Is it barricaded above as well, or just across?
From this distance, 100 feet away, you can tell that there are barricades, but
Yeah.
the distance up is kind of negligible. You
We
can't
don't
quite
know,
tell. Yeah.
huh?
do any of the sorcerers have like summon familiar?
Oh, I forgot about those guys.
The
Oh, they're here.
eyeballs.
He did definitely. The one of the wizards is like, absolutely. I can cast
Sure.
an owl and send the owl down if you'd like. That's perfectly acceptable.
God, I forgot how useful you guys are.
Yeah.
I forgot you even here. Again.
So I mean, I think that would be better than trying to decipher
Yeah.
Sure.
That's good.
squirrel stuff, and we don't have to lose a squirrel.
Hell yeah.
I can talk to them. I can talk to them,
Just
but
saying.
let's not.
Let's let him
sacrifice a squirrel.
sacrifice his
Yeah.
owl
Yeah.
instead of a squirrel.
You hear him whistle, and out of the kind of over the edge of the wall, an owl flies in and kind of hops near your guys' feet. He has an exchange kind of mentally with this
As
owl.
the owl shows up, I just put his crossbow down.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Owl shows up, shoots it immediately.
I just like hold his crossbow down as soon as like I'm picking up on his nervous twitch. At this
Yeah,
point, so I'm
Cole,
just like,
Cole is like anti-vice. It's so funny. The owl they have this conversation mentally, and then you see the owl kind of scoop up and into the air, kind of flies down, sits up on top of one of the houses near the city square, and then kind of loops back around. The wizard says that Fievel says that there is we can proceed forward, and he sees that there is a small clutch of men just beyond the last barricade, and they appear to be residents of sorts.
Frankly, I'm more into the women of the town, but
They don't
To each
see
their own.
any women.
There's so much wrong.
Let's forget what he said
I,
and let's move forward.
Cool. As you guys proceed down, kind of, and I'm imagining you guys are gonna kind of soldier this, but on each alleyway, you're kind of
am like,
on each
keeping
alleyway.
me and
100
Kid
and the
in
little
the
girl,
secret.
perfect.
I'm kind of like stroking her
I've-
hair or whatever. Like, what's your name?
As you, yes, sir.
I produced my shillelagh.
Perfect.
Louis.
Understood. Wonderful.
Louis Slugger.
I love it.
Not
Shillelagh
Confused
produced.
with a normal stick.
Yep, not just a
Not to be
regular,
confused
not a
with normal
regular
stick
bat.
that would not mess up runes
Yeah,
on a large
absolutely.
thing from Thunderbolts.
I can't wait till we figure out why that happened. It's gonna be very fun. So as you guys approach, you guys are now about 25 maybe feet before you get into the center. You hear a man's voice call out, Who are you?
Can I ask? I think I would have asked what the little girl's name was while we were walking up.
Gotcha. Bear with me a moment.
I'm just a traveler.
Her name is Dottie.
I'm just gonna cry.
Also, we got your kid.
Wait, whoa.
And
no.
you see somebody kind of come out. Dottie, is that you?
Yeah, she's okay. She's okay. We have
And she
her.
kind of pulls out from you and starts running towards her
Run with
dad.
Can I run with her?
Yeah, fuck yeah, you can. Sorry.
I hugged the dad first.
So sorry.
Drop those dimes.
And they running as you're kind of trailing behind, and they make an embrace. And he says, "Get behind the wall." And the guy looks over at you guys, and he what happened?
Oh, they're dead.
Who's dead?
Oh, they're about to be dead.
Who is?
What?
Oh, that
What?
yeah. I understand. The bad guys. I'm assuming he's talking about.
Oh no, I was talking about the father and daughter.
Oh, why?
Oh, they're probably about to get shot.
Oh no,
Why?
no! As
Put
the
your
daughter,
crossbow down.
Why would they get
as
shot?
the daughter
right?
kind of scoops underneath the barricade and heads to the other side, kind of puts her hands up on the barricade, watching you guys. And the dad kind of, "What brings you guys here? We've just barely escaped.
Alright, well, first things first. You got any goblins in the camp?
Don't
We
listen to him.
haven't seen
We
any
came here
goblins.
to help.
There's
Okay,
been
good.
snake people though.
Yes.
They were here and then they vanished.
I like them a lot better than I like goblins. What do the snake people look like? What they do to you?
They came in and they slaughtered as many people as they could, and the majority of townsfolk had run towards this way and had escaped to the port. And we set up these barricades, and as they could no longer get through, they just vanished.
What happened to the bodies? You said there was slaughters, but there's no bodies anywhere.
Your townspeople.
I don't know. We haven't ventured up that way. Roll an insight check.
Goddamn right I will.
Goddamn
Nice.
right I will. 20.
This is absurd. I'm rolling so low on everything. Can
You
I be
see-
level 3 so
What's
my
karma
minimum
for
is...
Did you-
shooting a
do you-
kid?
do you
right?
see-
That's what you get for shooting his child.
Do you see all
And
your
using
dice,
the Lord's
Ryan?
name in vain, sir.
Look at all
Yes.
your dice.
Yeah?
They all have the one
It's extra
pointing up.
20 cents there,
That
by the
is an
way.
extra. That
10
will tick
cents
off
to
my
you,
dad
10
more.
cents to you.
Oh my god!
Your natural 20. You have seen scenarios like this. The center of town is literally perfect for an ambush. Literally blocked off at the front, nothing behind you but uphill, going uphill towards a very dangerous place to be. And all of these kind of start hitting you at one time, and you get the eerie hairs on the back of your neck start to stand up. And you notice that this guy has no blood on him whatsoever. You also notice that his hair color is drastically different than the little girl.
I swear to God, if this little girl is also evil, I'm gonna be
The
so
the
upset.
guy turns and he sees this energy and he's like, "Come on, let's get behind the barrier."
Is
Hold
he
on.
the
And
only
he
one-
turns-
Hold on a second. I want to grab him. Oh wait a minute. I've never played a paladin before.
Cool,
Stand
take your
by.
time.
Divine sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, but I want to make sure.
I don't
Yes,
think, I
it
don't
is.
think
I
it'll
have it
actually
written
work.
down. It's to
Yeah.
locate a.
Yeah, I want to divine sense this guy. Can I?
You can 100%. Do you clutch your medallion? How do you what's your define sense? Do you close your eyes? Like what does that look like for us?
Tail wags.
I don't have a tail.
I thought you had
No, not yet.
Excuse.
Yeah, I guess I would grab like my. I have like a belt flag. Kind of like grab my belt flag in one hand and grab the guy with my other, and just kind of like squint, stare him down.
Hells yeah, man.
I hate you for turning all of these, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. You see, so with divine sense, you can tell celestial, fiend, and undead. You do not sense any of
Consecrated and
those.
desecrated.
Consecrated and desecrated for sure, without a doubt. But you don't sense any of those
But it says you can
beings
detect good and evil.
That's a spell.
for sure. in that sense, it allows you to see these individuals. This what the divine sense is going to do. This guy seems shady, and that comes from your natural 20 insight, not necessarily anything your gods are telling you about this particular situation. You do see a weird energy around Cole and a weird energy around Bin.
We'll cross that bridge when we burn it.
Sure.
Burn it.
Oh,
You are the only one that knows that.
Okay.
Wait a second. I understand the bin one.
I understand yours more than mine, to be 100% honest. I barely understand.
The worst part is that's
Wonderful.
not the first time that's happened.
Sure.
Well aware.
So, grabbing his shoulder, he looks back and he says, "Look, let's get to safety."
I don't believe you. Not for a second.
I don't understand. Well, then let me go. And he tries to pull himself away. Is he able to?
No, you're gonna. No, absolutely not. I'm not. Like, do I have to grapple him? Is that...
No, you're strong enough. If you just say he's not getting free, he's not getting free.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
No, I think you're gonna answer our questions. Is what you're gonna.
Look, we are in a very precarious spot. What if
I'm
what if they
aware.
return?
I'm well aware.
Nicholas, what's going on?
This is a prime spot for an ambush. Don't you think it's a little weird that A, this guy doesn't have the same hair color as his kid, B, they choose to ward up right here as opposed to the front of the castle gates or the city gates or further up the hill? Why would it be at the base of the hill? There's no dead bodies anywhere.
I mean, personally, I don't understand why the Chad was running around the street. That was just prime getting shot circumstances.
I understand that you're trying to make yourself look better, but
No,
I
this
agree
is-
to that as well to an extent, because why is there a small child running around? She's scouting for them. Something's up here.
Yeah, see, it was justified.
What's going on?
Look, they don't believe us. And you guys see from outside of around the center of town, all of these kind of homes that are built up nice and tall on top of each other. You see some windows open and you see snake people, arrows out, aimed towards the center of town.
Now I want to grapple him and use him as
I knew it.
Oh, hell yeah.
I knew it. I knew they'd be in the buildings.
And that is where we'll end today's session.
Oh,
And we will see you guys next week for the battle that potentially will ensue.
Let's go.
Thank you guys very much for
Oh,
sticking with us
no.
during today's episode
We in the
of
middle of
Ocalian
something.
Knights. Ryan, do we have any announcements for today?
I mean, if you guys want to do an Ocalian Knights talk afterwards, we
Nice.
can definitely do that in like 30 minutes after we set
Cool.
the setup.
So Ocalian
Oh, I
Knights is
missed
going to be a new segment that will release either the night of an episode or the next day,
Well,
depending on when we can get
We
together.
can stream it tonight.
Sure. But like, let's say we're not able
Yeah.
to on one night because we go long. So I just want the viewers to know that it'll be up either we'll stream it the same day or we'll stream it a little bit later on when we can get some players in together to kind of review the day, talk about what happened during today's session, maybe what happened in the previous session, and what you either hope or foresee happening in the later sessions. As I'm really excited to see what you guys think of Ocalia and as the world gets built, how you guys think that some of these events might impact other cities and towns and peoples. So if there are no other announcements, I do want to plug Santa Claus one more time.
Santa Paws.
Sorry, dang it.
It's Santa
Santa
Paws.
Paws.
Santa
Much
Paws.
less menacing.
woo. Yes, it's amazing. It's tomorrow night from 5 to 9 at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion, and all you have to do is bring a donation for the wonderful furry friends over at the Marion County Humane Society. You'll get an awesome photo of your pet with Santa, or you and your pet with Santa, or just you with Santa if you're down like that and you don't have a dog. And if you don't, you can adopt one too.
Oh yeah, Greg.
Yeah.
Are we doing the Christmas special on the 19th?
We gotta hammer down a date on that, I believe, but I do believe we are going to do a Christmas special.
Sunday the
Cool.
19th.
Wait, what is the 19th?
It's a Sunday.
This coming Sunday?
Yes.
What time?
Wait, why
What's-
not on the Tuesday?
What
Are we not
happened to
filming on that
Tuesday?
Tuesday?
What is happening on Tuesday? 19th,
No.
20th, 21st, 22nd?
We'll still do one the regular time next week.
Do we want to make that our holiday
Yeah, that's
special?
closer to
Yeah.
Christmas.
Or are we
the
trying to get
19th.
on the Twitch thing of getting 7 streams?
We're trying to get 7 streams.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Seven
Now,
streams.
if the dates and times Thanks.
Ooh.
We have our donation from today. The amount of curse words actually in 10-cent increments. There's no way this is accurate.
Oh no.
Absolutely.
We'll rewatch. Yeah, go throw it
Yeah,
in
now
there.
it's accurate.
Just throw a
Now,
dollar.
now it's
Unless
accurate.
this cup of coins is for something else, and I missed the bucket completely. But I do think that's what that's for.
We
So
can hammer
So
out
the
a
19th,
date.
what time?
yes.
Wait,
Sunday the 19th.
time?
wait, what's
Sunday
the
the
Twitch
19th.
thing where it can't
So
be
you need to
Christmas
have
one?
7
Time.
streams in a month to get some accolade on Twitch. What's the accolade? What's the thought process?
Trying to get what
Affiliate.
affiliate? Yeah, that's the one.
To become an
So-
affiliate.
But we could still-
It allows us to make revenue on the streams, also to play ads during breaks, and that allows us to get money on the streams as well.
And it gives
It's
you more
monetary
stuff to watch.
compensation.
But we could still have the Christmas one on the one closer to Christmas.
We could have it on the Tuesday, but we could film something on Sunday, whether it's a talk session or another D&D session, a one shot of sorts, just to get that additional thing. Greg and I were actually working on coming up with some really cool social media things, and we're
Are we
having a
working
further
on
conversation.
Yes.
Okay, so she's working. We could do the
I'll be off by
chat
5.
on Sunday,
Ooh.
and then you are off at 5. So we could do the Christmas one shot Sunday night at 5 o'clock, and we can do the
No.
D.
I have to drive.
You have to
Yeah.
drive, so it'd be Sunday 6 o'clock at night.
6:30.
Are you up for that? It's
Are
close
you
to
up for that?
Christmas,
It'll be
Sunday before.
6:30.
Let's discuss via Messenger, and we'll get
Mhm.
back to you guys as we know more
So we're
information.
either going to do it on Sunday or we're going to do it on Tuesday. Sunday at the worst, we'll do the DM thing.
Correct. Perfect.
Since she'll be at work.
Hells yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely love it.
I love it. So it'll be an Ocalian Knights DM edition on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then possibly the Christmas one shot. If not, then the Christmas one shot will be Tuesday.
Awesome. I have something really cool I want to share with you guys in regards to what DM stuff we could potentially do. Very exciting stuff.
I love it.
I'm so excited. Nico, any announcements? Stallion Door, are you guys hosting an event this Sunday and the following Sunday, being so close to Christmas?
Every Sunday, baby. You can go out there every Sunday, rain or shine, for free. All you have to do is show up. And
Heck
I'll
yeah.
let you hit somebody with a stick.
Heck yeah.
I did say free.
Do
It's
you have
free.
to wear a special costume?
Nope. You don't
Do
have to wear. You just have to wear clothes.
Do you
to
have
be presentable.
to wait? Is there an age limit?
13 and up.
13
Do your
and
thumbs
up.
have to work?
Sweet.
Nope. Mine don't. Absolutely not. We have weapons.
You don't have to bring
We
a
have-
weapon.
Nope. We have loaner gear for everyone to use. I know I have upwards of 15 swords. I can only use one at a time.
It's true.
Lies.
Well, mine's big.
Dollars.
Mine's big, so I can only use one at a time. We have weapons for you. We have inflatable bunkers. So we make our own maps. If you're not inclined to fighting, we have archery. We have a wizard class that does range DPS through spell balls, which are like tennis balls wrapped in fabric. You can play a cleric, and you don't have to get into combat at all. You can just be a healer.
I did that.
It doesn't matter what kind of walk of life you like. You have a spot in Thallion Door. So all you got to do is show up. It doesn't get any easier. Literally, all you have to do is show up. Free. Everything's provided. Don't have to wear anything. Just have to show up. That's it. All I got.
Yep.
Sounds cool.
And if you potentially out there and I don't want to get hit by stuff, they don't hurt. And the players are very good at judging whether you are somebody who wants that action and is new, and they absolutely play accordingly. So come on out. It's a very fun time. You guys will have an absolute blast, and I promise you will not be the only time you attend Thallion Door.
Unless you're David.
I've gone more than once. Sorry,
He's
I've
down
been
there
slacking.
quite
I've
a
been
lot.
slacking. I did several months in a row where I got better and better and better and better, and now I'm trash again. Yeah, but I'll get better again. I like it.
What about don't forget to check out Locala Magazine?
Oh,
Why would our friends check out Locala Magazine,
Why?
David Lugo?
because I have had the wonderful opportunity of joining that amazing team as their sales and distribution manager. So you will see me kind of hawking the wares of Locala Magazine. They are a localized, community-centric magazine that provides you with stories of people who actually live here and operate in the community. I would love for you guys to go and check check out localamag.com, where you can see our latest issue. And we will be releasing a January that actually has a Locala spread for Ocalian Knights.
Woo!
So,
That's true.
yeah, absolutely. Ryan and myself had the wonderful opportunity of being interviewed by Lisa Anderson, who runs the magazine. She is the editor and publisher and a whole bunch of other roles that I can't name at the moment. But she's a wonderful person and thought that we would have an interesting story and put us in the art section of the magazine. There's an art section in the magazine. If you're an artist out there and want to be spotlighted, come on down to Locala Magazine. Give me a call. And there's a bunch of different stuff. So if you guys go check out this magazine. There is different sections for every different walk of life. If you have a story that you want to tell, give me a call. We'd love to interview you guys. It doesn't cost anything to be featured in the magazine as one of our stories. We make our money by providing advertisements for businesses and events that happen around town. And through those advertisements, we fund this magazine that gets to go out to places like World Equestrian Center, the public library, and you can even call me and I'll deliver you a magazine every month if you really want one. I'd be super happy to do that. And if you want a subscription to Locala, it is only $79 a year. And we will deliver a magazine to you, which is pretty cool. So if you guys are interested, thank you so much for that plug, Greg. I do appreciate it. I'm very proud to be working with Locala, an amazing organization, and I'm lucky to be a part of this wonderful magazine. Yeah. So thanks, guys. It's very kind. Cool.
Congratulations again, man.
That is all that we have for you this evening. Thank you guys for sticking with us, and we will see you guys next week on Ocalian Knights.
Bye.